What's going on, fellas? I've got a 2003 Honda Accord here, and I'm going to use this car to point out to you the location of a few important fuses, relay, for the operation of the blower motor. So to begin, we're going to pop down here, pull this cover off like so. There's a 7.5 amp fuse here. It provides ignition power to not only the blower motor relay, but a few other important relays and also the HVAC. So this is the 7.5 amp fuse right there, and it comes out of number 30, slot 30. So check that one out. Now let's head under the hood, and I'll show you where you can find the blower motor relay, as well as the fuse that provides power. So the way the blower motor works on these cars, they actually receive constant power whenever the car is on, and they actually don't turn on until they're provided a ground from the power transistor unit. So that constant power is coming in. This is the fuse, this J-Case 40 amp fuse right here. So this provides power to the blower motor. And the blower motor relay, this is actually what gets energized to forward that power on. It's going to be this 30 amp fuse, or this yellow or this green relay right here. So you can remove it. You're going to want to be gentle with it, squeeze it just enough to where you can pull it out. And if you want to swap it with another relay as a troubleshooting step, feel free to swap it with this other green relay, which is a defrost relay. So that's the relay right there. Now let's head inside the car. I'll show you where the blower motor is, how to get to it, and a few tips for testing it. So it's on the passenger side. And there's a cover on this one. Your car should have a cover as well. And the cover just pries down. So it's held in by like 3 different clips. So 1, 2, 3 clips right there. And in the back, it's retained by these 2 little rubber pieces. They slide into some holes on the HVAC box. So that's how it's held up in the back. But here is the blower motor. I've got it disconnected already. But to disconnect it, you're going to want to squeeze this piece while you pull down. You may have to pop this wiring piece off. But the connector goes up in there. Now what you'll want to do after you get it disconnected, look on the inside, see if it's corroded or burned out. Sometimes a poor connection can form at the connection and cause heat to build up and kind of, fry it. But you can see there's the blue black and the white blue wire. The white blue wire, if everything is working properly in the system, that white blue wire will have the power from your blower motor relay. So if your engine's running, you've got the heat or the AC turned on. With this disconnected, you should see constant battery power here. Now, the speed of the blower motor, that comes in on that blue-black. It depends on your speed setting, but the speed itself is varied by the amount of ground provided on this wire. And if you trace that wire, you'll find that it goes to that right there. That's your power transistor unit right there. So there's no resistors on it. It's digital, and it's basically like a little computer there. And if you disconnect it, which I may or may not be able to do one-handed, you'll see that there's 2 skinny wires and there's 2 big fat wires. Now the skinny wires go to the actual control unit here. That's how this communicates with it. But if you disconnect it, one of those wires should have ground and the other wire connects to this. So you can disconnect this and just permanently or semi-permanently connect the 2 big wires together. This will result in your blower motor running at full speed all the time. So you may want to do that as a troubleshooting step. So yeah, I've given you guys a few things to go over. I hope it was helpful for you. Be sure to let me know if you have any questions, or more importantly, if you have any advice about troubleshooting the blower motor on your Honda Accord. And thank you for watching.